G'day viewers. I just wanted to talk about something that is pretty much a common practice in a lot of Christian churches today, or churches that would consider themselves or ostensibly claim to be Christian churches. Basically, it's called tithing, and it's something that comes from the Old Testament. It's referred to in Leviticus, which is one of the old books of the Bible, Old Testament books. A lot of Jewish laws and practices, refers to this concept of tithing. But if we go forward into the New Testament and have a look at Acts chapter 2, verses 42 to 47, which I'll read out for you. And this is talking, the title for this is called The Fellowship of the Believers. So Christians, it's talking about Christian believers at this stage. They devoted themselves to the apostles' teaching and to fellowship, to the breaking of bread and to prayer. Everyone was filled with awe at the many wonders and signs performed by the apostles. All the believers were together and had everything in common. They sold property and possessions to give to anyone who had need. Every day they continued to meet together in the temple courts. They broke bread in their homes and ate together with glad and sincere hearts, praising God and enjoying the favor of all the people. And the Lord added to their number daily those who were being saved. So here we see the early Christian church at its best, in practice, where the rubber hits the road. I believe that this New Testament Christian practice really does away with a lot of the stuff that's Old Testament Jewish kind of laws and practices. So I don't see really a need for or a place for an Old Testament Jewish practice of tithing to be in contemporary Christian churches. It's not really about that anymore. That was kind of an old Jewish law. And when you think about it, in a modern society, we've got governments, there are taxes, the welfare of society really is taxed out of us. We're paying through our taxes for other people in society to look after them. Sure, it's not directly related to the church, but this kind of practice here of the early Christian church seems to do away with it. It's talking about a communal collection of funds that's distributed to people within the church community who have need. Well, I've never been to a Christian church where this practice has been put into practical terms. The churches are collecting money, based on the Old Testament tithing practice, but they're not really redistributing it to people within the church community that have need. Focus is really on paying for ministry team members and developing the property, building that up into a big impressive building. Probably paying for other people that they support who are missionaries and things like that, but they're basically doing the same thing. They're teachers, preachers. So whether that practice of collecting money to pay wages for people to preach and talk to the converted among us, in my mind it's questionable. That doesn't seem to be how a Christian community flourishes. That's just my thoughts on it anyhow. Other people may have a differing view, but I'm skeptical that a lot of contemporary Christian churches are really going back to old ways of doing things. Instead of having a modern Christian style of church that's about supporting each other as a community, they seem more rooted in old Jewish type practices, and I'm not sure that they're accurate or up to date. So that's just my view on that. Thanks for listening.